Paris Travel Guide 2026, the ultimate 18-minute city exploration. There is a psychological condition known as Paris syndrome. It happens when tourists visit the French capital and realize that the pristine, romantic movie sets they saw on screen are actually replaced by a bustling, chaotic, and very real megacity. So, is Paris truly the city of light? Or is it an overcrowded tourist trap? Welcome back to TravelInsightHub. In this ultimate 18-minute documentary and travel guide, we are going to uncover the absolute truth about Paris. We will explore the iconic iron towers, dive deep into underground bone tunnels, uncover the secrets of the world's largest art museums, and show you exactly how to survive the local culture like a true Parisian. Let's begin our journey. Part 1. The iconic Iron Lady, the Eiffel Tower. You simply cannot talk about Paris without starting at its center. The Eiffel Tower, known affectionately as the Iron Lady, was completed in 1889 for the World's Fair. Surprisingly, the local residents originally hated it. Today, it is the most recognized monument in the entire world. If you want to take the perfect photograph of the tower, do not stand right underneath it. Instead, cross the river to the Trocadero at sunrise. Here you will find a massive elevated marble square that perfectly frames the tower against the morning sky, completely empty of the usual thousands of tourists. Should you go up the Eiffel Tower? Buying a ticket to take the elevator to the very top is a classic experience, but it comes with long lines and heavy crowds. Many professional travelers argue that the best view of Paris is actually from the top of the Arc de Triomphe, simply because from there, your view actually includes the Eiffel Tower in the skyline. Part 2. The Grand Boulevards and Triumphal Arches. Walking down from the Arc de Triomphe, you enter the Avenue des Champs-Élysées. This is often called the most beautiful avenue in the world. It is a massive, wide boulevard lined with perfectly trimmed trees, luxury fashion boutiques, historic theaters, and expensive cafes. However, the Champs-Élysées is heavily commercialized today. For a more authentic and luxurious shopping experience without the massive tourist traps, locals prefer walking down Rue Saint-Honoré or exploring the grand department stores like Galeries Lafayette. Even if you do not want to buy anything, you must step inside Galeries Lafayette just to look up at its breathtaking, massive stained glass dome and take the escalator to the free rooftop terrace for a stunning panoramic view of the city. Part 3. The World of Art. The Louvre and beyond Paris is the undisputed art capital of the world. The crown jewel is, of course, the Louvre Museum. Housed in a former royal palace, it is so massive that if you spent just 30 seconds looking at every single piece of art, it would take you exactly 100 days to see everything. Most visitors rush through the grand halls just to see Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. Here is the reality about the Mona Lisa. The painting is quite small, protected by thick bulletproof glass, and you will have to fight through a massive crowd of hundreds of people holding up their smartphones just to get a glimpse. While the Louvre is spectacular, art lovers often prefer the Musée d'Orsay. Located just across the river inside a stunning converted railway station, this museum holds the largest collection of Impressionist masterpieces in the world. Here you can peacefully admire the brilliant works of Monet, Van Gogh, and Renoir under a giant, beautiful station clock. Part 4. The Historic Heart, Île de la Cité and Le Marais. The city of Paris actually started on a small island in the middle of the Seine River called Île de la Cité. This is the historic zero point of France. This island is home to the legendary Notre Dame Cathedral. After the devastating fire that shocked the world, the cathedral has undergone a massive historic restoration to return its Gothic spire and stunning flying buttresses to their former glory. Just a short walk from Notre Dame is Sainte-Chapelle, a smaller but arguably more beautiful royal chapel. It features walls made almost entirely of towering, colorful stained glass windows that will leave you absolutely speechless. Crossing back to the right bank, you enter Le Marais. This is one of the only neighborhoods in Paris that survived the massive architectural renovations of the 19th century. Walking through Le Marais feels like stepping back into medieval Paris, with its narrow, twisting cobblestone streets, hidden courtyards, independent art galleries, and the best falafel sandwiches in the entire city, located in the historic Jewish quarter. Part 5. The Bohemian Hilltop, Montmartre. Leaving the flat city center, we travel north to the highest point in Paris, the hilltop district of Montmartre. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, this area was the cheap, rebellious home to struggling artists like Pablo Picasso, Salvador Dali, and Vincent van Gogh. Today, Montmartre retains its romantic, village-like charm. At the very top of the hill sits the spectacular white-domed Sacré-Cœur Basilica, offering sweeping views of the sprawling city below. Behind the basilica is Place du Tertre, a lively square where dozens of local painters set up their easels to paint portraits and cityscapes for passing tourists. Walking down the winding, steep stairs of Montmartre brings you to the vibrant and neon-lit district of Pigalle. This is the home of the legendary Moulin Rouge, the world-famous cabaret recognized by its iconic red windmill, where the modern can-can dance was originally born. Part 6. The Dark Underworld, the Catacombs of Paris. Paris is famous for its romance, but it also hides a dark, chilling secret right beneath the bustling streets. Welcome to the Catacombs of Paris. In the late 18th century, the city's cemeteries were overflowing, causing massive public health problems. The solution was drastic. The bones of more than 6 million Parisians were dug up and moved into a massive network of ancient limestone quarries deep underground. Today, you can walk down a spiral stone staircase into the cold, damp darkness. Visitors walk through miles of narrow tunnels where the walls are entirely constructed from millions of human skulls and bones, carefully arranged in macabre, decorative patterns. It is a haunting, powerful, and deeply unforgettable experience that completely contrasts with the bright, romantic city above. Part 7. Royal Grandeur, a day trip to Versailles. To truly understand the absolute wealth and power of the French monarchy before the Revolution, you must take a short train ride outside the city to the Palace of Versailles. Originally built as a simple hunting lodge, the infamous King Louis XIV transformed it into the most extravagant palace in Europe. The highlight is the legendary Hall of Mirrors, a massive golden corridor featuring 17 grand windows facing 17 massive mirrors, reflecting the light of hundreds of crystal chandeliers. Outside the palace lies the Gardens of Versailles. These are not just gardens. They are a massive, manicured landscape covering hundreds of acres, featuring grand fountains, hidden groves, and the Grand Canal where the royal court used to host lavish boat parties. Renting a bicycle or a golf cart is the best way to explore this massive royal playground. Part 8. The Culinary Capital, French Food and Café Culture. You cannot visit Paris without indulging in its world-class culinary scene. French food is considered an art form. Your morning must start at a traditional boulangerie or bakery. There is nothing quite like biting into a warm, flaky, buttery croissant or buying a perfectly crusty baguette that is so fresh it crackles when you squeeze it. For dinner, adventurous eaters must try classic French dishes like escargot, snails cooked in garlic and parsley butter, or a rich, slow-cooked boeuf bourguignon. But more important than the food is the Parisian café culture. In Paris, you do not take your coffee in a paper cup to go. You sit at a tiny round table on the sidewalk, facing the street. You order an espresso, sit for hours, and watch the fashionable world walk by. It is the ultimate Parisian pastime. Part 9. The Ultimate Survival Guide, Rules and Scams. To make sure your trip to Paris is perfect, you need to know how to navigate the local culture and stay safe. Welcome to our crucial Parisian survival guide. First, let's talk about the golden rule of French etiquette, the bonjour rule. Whenever you enter a shop, a cafe, or ask someone for directions, you must always say bonjour, good morning, or bonsoir, good evening, before saying anything else. If you skip this simple greeting, locals will consider you incredibly rude and the service you receive will drop dramatically. A simple bonjour changes everything. Next, how do you get around? The Paris metro system is one of the oldest and most extensive in the world. It is cheap, fast, and will drop you within 5 minutes of any major landmark. However, keep a tight grip on your belongings. Paris, like many major European tourist capitals, has a problem with pickpockets, especially around the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and on crowded metro lines. You must also watch out for common street scams. Do not let anyone tie a friendship bracelet around your wrist at Sacré-Cœur. Do not sign fake charity petitions for people asking if you speak English, and ignore anyone who picks up a gold ring off the ground and asks if you dropped it. Keep walking, keep your bags zipped, and you will be completely safe. Conclusion. The final verdict on the City of Light. So does the Paris syndrome hold true? Or is the city still a dream? The truth is, Paris is not a quiet movie set. It is a massive, living, breathing, and sometimes dirty metropolis. But if you look past the crowded tourist traps, if you learn to say bonjour, if you sit at a corner cafe with a fresh pastry, and if you wander aimlessly through its historic cobblestone streets at midnight, you will discover a city that is undeniably magical. Paris is complex, but it will absolutely capture your heart. Thank you for exploring with TravelInsightHub. What is the one thing you are most excited to see in Paris? Let us know in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more deep dive travel documentaries, and we will see you on the next adventure. Au revoir.